Good afternoon, Swirly Nation, and welcome to Cleveland, Ohio. In what used to be the OMB Arena and is now something else. And I already forget the name of it. Oh, wait, sorry, I think it's Brunswick. Brunswick Arena. Here in Strongville, Ohio. Just off the shores of beautiful Lake Erie. We figured out our hotel's about 8 minutes from the Christmas Story house with the leg lamp in the window. And I feel like we need a team picture there. We are here in Strongville for today's game between the Saginaw Junior Spirit and your South Pittsburgh Rebellion. This should be a fun one, folks. Trying to take a look here at what we have lineup-wise. Bench a little short here this weekend. I think we may have added one and lost one in the process, maybe. Maybe we didn't lose one. Hopefully we didn't lose one. Nope, looks like Best is back up at forward, so I think we're back to 4 full-time D. All right, your starting lineups for the Rebellion. In net, number 29, the Squish Tender. Squishy Evans on defense. Yeah, number 1, Sannefelt. Number 73, Coyle. Up front, 24, Hibben. 43, Ike, and number 7, Best. And we are underway here. As the Spirit fire one in. That's deflected off the melon. That's using your head, kid. As the Rebellion jump in on the forecheck, forcing it behind the Saginaw net. Saginaw with the counterattack. Best there to defend. Good rotation back as the Spirit will gain center red and dumb it deep. In to get it, Coyle. Coyle protects with the body, uses the speed to create a little bit of separation. He'll carry it the whole way up the center ice and dump it in as well. Team's looking for fresh bodies here. As Nelson digs the puck out. Sent across by Wygant. Off of a skate of Snyder into the Saginaw end. Played in towards the middle. Rolling puck will avoid the net on the far side. The Spirit to it, but the Rebellion digging away back there. Trying to center one. Not once, but twice. That's defended by the stick. It'll come back to Wygant. It's good to see him back. He was the defenseman who was out for the third period of the last game, which is why Best moved back there. Doing yeoman's work, filling in. Little utility player there. As it'll be an offensive zone face-off now for the Rebellion. It'll be Ochap. Towards Rublicki. It's poked past him and on charge the Spirit. In down the wing. Sending one across in a beautiful play. A great passing play there by the Spirit to get it in front of the net. On a 2-on-1. That 2-on-1 developing from the Rebellion end there. And it's Saginaw striking early. But we're going to have a chance to put that turkey back on the table here, folks, as we get a tripping call on Saginaw. It'll be 77 to the box for 90 seconds. And the Rebellion with a chance to strike right back here. was just a good feed in front on a 2-on-1. Got the guy on the back door. And the Rebellion will set up the man advantage. Ochap in front looking for Ike, battling at the side of the net. Now Ochap behind the cages. The Spirit will bank it off the boards behind. Sennefeld reads it well, crashes down the board to keep it into the corner. Ike in after it. As it'll be cleared up and out by the Spirit, it'll be icing. So the faceoff will come all the way back to the offensive zone. We get the full setup now. It'll be Best on the faceoff. Coyle in front, off of a knee, in behind his Best. He comes off the wall. Good power move there. Back to Sennefeld. He'll wind and fire. That deflects up and over the cage. Good traffic in front of the net there. The Spirit are in white today, the Saginaw Spirit. Kind of a smallish logo on the chest there for Saginaw. You can see the logo on your scoreboard there. Blue pants, red, white, and blue socks. Looks like blue buckies, blue helmets. Your Rebellion there in their blacks. The black jerseys with the flag. Red pants, black socks, and the red buckets. Working from behind the net for a one-timer down low. Rebound, there's Ike. He banks it all. The goalie got the pad on that one. Good stop. Him hammering away at the side of the cage there as it's lofted all the way back. Icing if it's far enough, and it is with about 19 seconds left here on the man advantage. Thanks everybody for joining us. Make sure you click that subscribe button. You can also set up alerts to see when we go live with games. There's the face-off in the offensive zone here. Batted around. Body by Weiss there. As it comes out in front. Now behind the net. It's been pressure here by the Rebellion. They just need to crack one through. As the Spirit will counterattack off of a stick to the offensive zone as they're back to full strength now. Weigand. As they battle at the side of the net, it's Hibben banking it off the boards. The Spirit will control. It comes off of a stick and ricochets out to center ice where the Rebellion go on the attack. It's Weiss reaching for it, battling. Puck will pop free. Here comes Hibben. Hibben in. Winding, firing, and he catches the blocker side. He was looking for that short side shot. A rolling puck picked up by the Spirit and cleared. Now they'll start a rush of their own. 8 weaving in, looking, winding, and the squish tender tracks that one and holds on. Defensive zone draw here. 5-on-5 action here with, they're going to say 11 minutes left. I had an extra second up there. As the Spirit control, good pressure by Schwartz. Forces it free, but couldn't quite get control. It'll be banked all the way around, and here comes Nelson now. Flying through center. Trying to drag it around. Pulls it towards the backhand. It's just knocked away at the last minute before he can get a shot off. And the Spirit will counterattack with numbers. A 3-on-2 developing. Rublicki on the back check, trying to make it a 3-on-3 as the shot comes in. The squish tender kicks that one away. Back to the corner. They'll battle there. As at round 1, now 2. Backside squish there with a big stop. And it's still in the Rebellion end. Here comes Coyle. Up for Nelson, a one-touch to Rublicki, who's got speed down the near side wing. He's bumped, but Nelson follows on in support. They'll battle along the board. The Spirit come away with it. No further than center where Hibben disrupts. Hibben down the boards, able to pull the puck free. In front for Nelson. Doesn't get through. Second attempt, finds the stick of a Spirit, but it's not cleared. Here's Snyder's drive. That'll go wide of the near side post. Couple chances here for the Rebellion. There's Best turning with it. Best putting on the Ritz as he dodges a couple. Moving it to Ike. Ike up the outside. Gets bodied. Able to maintain control, though, all the way to the corner. He'll pull it around behind the net, looking in front. Now to the corner for Hibben. Hibben showing the skating abilities. He cuts to the middle. He's banged off the pocket back. Charge the Spirit. Good defensive stick there by Weigand. Weigand will bank it off the boards for Ike. Ike sends it all the way across to Hibben. As the Rebellion use the width of that ice to create space, it's Snyder charging onto the offensive end. Leaving it for Best, covering the point. Now back down for Snyder. Snyder tries to center one. That's off of a stick. Ike follows on with pressure, but the Spirit will counter. Knocking it away from Sanefelt to the corner, and they're in after it, but Sanefelt recovering well. Able to get to the biscuit, take it away from the Spirit forward, and work the breakout through center. It's Sanefelt with speed in front of the Saginaw bench. It's poked to the corner, where it's rimmed all the way around for an arm charging Coyle. Coyle's shot towards the net is off the pads and snagged by the mitt. For a whistle, back and forth action here from Brunswick Arena. As Sanefeld will keep it on the far side after the faceoff. But now a 3-on-1 develops. In come the Spirit. 3-on-1. Backside feed will just elude the stick. And the Rebellion on the hustle bus there to get back in and collapse on that house. As it's poked in behind the Rebellion cage. Up to the point for Matthews, a shot. Puck swatted around. Squish will take a stick to the chest there. As he swallows up that rebound and gets a whistle. As a goalie, Dad, you like to see that called a slash when the goalie takes a stick right across the chest there. But we play on. Nelson will find Snyder. I love the way this team activates the defense appropriately. And it's an onside play for Nelson. He dances into the middle. Tried to find Schwartz there. It just eludes the twig and finds a Spirit defender who tries to regroup. It's swatted out of the air expertly by Best. It'll end up on the stick of the Spirit as the young man, number 8, last name's Tank. That's what he skates like. He's a big kid who barrels through. He's back on the biscuit. Weaving to the outside, sending one across, and there comes the squish tender up big again. Face-off will be the D zone for Blicky. Tossed around off the skate of Ike. Banked off the boards. And we'll have an offside play. Thanks, everybody, for joining us here on City TV. Remember, if you're a subscriber, you can also message us here. With the full setup, I do have the messages available to me, so shout-outs, anything you want on there. Use the chat function. I can see it. And as always, we want to thank our host. This is the Barons Showcase here, the September Showcase from Cleveland, Ohio. And our hosts, the Cleveland Barons, we'll thank them for having us, as well as this Saginaw team, as they look to gain the Rebellion end. They will with some numbers. Shot good, blocked there by Coyle. As the Rebellion able to clear, and the Spirit will set things up at their own blue line. And it'll be no icing. Interesting. The Spirit player jumped over the puck there, and usually should indicate icing, but we'll play on. Ochap through center as it's dumped in by Ibben. Ochap will be joined by Thomas on the forecheck. Thomas pressures the puck as the Spirit try the far side. Around a defender, but Sannefeld able to recover. He's looking good in this one. Here's Coyle. Coyle winding up. He'll gain the zone. Carries it around, sends it all the way through. Thomas was looking for that as he crashed the net. Now Weiss with the back pressure disrupting as the Spirit carry it wide. They'll be offside at the line. Big weekend back in the Berg. I know a couple of rivalries here as tomorrow the backyard brawl. West Virginia Pitt in football. A couple of families here will be looking forward to that as a shot on Squish is kicked to the outside. It's Best behind the net. He banks it off the boards and fires it up for Schwartz. Schwartz, nice pass there up the wing to Nelson. It's like he used the defender to control the puck there. Sneaky little play by double ones. The Spirit chop it back out the center. Then they'll try to get back into the Rebellion end. That one will come off Squish. He puts it all the way to the outside. Fired around behind by Weigand. Snyder, now Weigand. Up to Hibben. Hibben all the way across. As Nelson drives in. A neat little move around water. He gets a wicked wrister off there. And we get a cover. Face off in the offensive zone is controlled by the Spirit. The Junior Spirit. I'll keep calling him the Spirit because it's easier than confusing me with multiple syllables. As a collision behind the net frees the puck up for the Rebellion. It's put into the corner by Coyle. And out charge the Spirit as we wind inside of 4 minutes to play here. Body in the corner, and the Spirit will gain control. A nice reversal there at the blue line. Good little switch. Little scissor play there. The Rebellion read it well, and they're able to clear, and they're going to look for a change. 3 forwards able to get off. Quick change there. Good job getting off the ice. A potential 2-on-1 develops. And now we have a penalty. Behind the play, the whistle blows. Indication is a slash, and it'll be on the Rebellion. It's Sannefeld headed in to the bin of sin. And we'll see 90 seconds of PK action here. Battle down low. Best in the corner. Now it works to the point. A rising shot through traffic. I don't think Squish saw that one. It's a good thing that missed the 4x6. Good stick by Ike, but kept in by the Spirit. Another shot. This one goes wide. They're going to work this umbrella. They run with 3 players across the top, 2 down low to the Spirit. As Snyder gets control, he'll clear to Ike. Ike tried to get it deep, has it roll off the stick, but it still forces the Spirit all the way back into their own end. Looking to regroup and come through. The Rebellion on the PK as the Spirit gain the zone. Setting it up for an attempted shot. Good block as it comes free at the wrong spot. The puck just rolled free of a scrum there, ends up in front of the net. And on the power play, the Spirit strike. Fired across to be brought in by Nelson. Nelson winds and fires. That rises up over the cage. Work in front. Trying to get the puck. And the referee was counting. I wonder what he was counting. They forgot to run the clock here. So he's going to ask him to run time off when we get a whistle, I believe. Nelson now weaving in with a shot. Rolling puck in front. They battle at the side of the cage. It's loose. And back come the Spirit. Good chance in front there. 2-on-2 come the Spirit. Working in. And a good stick by Coyle to turn it back out. It'll end up in front of the Spirit bench. Picked up by Ochap. He's run into, but the Rebellion follow on. It's Nelson with a backhander. Off the chest. Rebound there! And there you see it, folks. The goal by the Rebellion to make it 2-1. Striking back. Here comes Tank with a shot that ricochets off the squished header's mask again. That's two he caught off the dome here in the first. A 2-1 game. Face off in the defensive zone is controlled by the Rebellion. Here's Weiss up the outside. As the puck knocked away, Schwartz in support, able to get control. Plays it back to his defense. Under immediate pressure. 3, Spirit up on the forecheck. Opportunity maybe for the Rebellion here to pop one past them. Get up on the rush, but the Spirit do a good job of pitting it in the corner. Banked up off the boards, poked back, and for a shot from the point into the paraphernalia of the goaltender for a hold. And a whistle. Face off in the defensive zone again. This time controlled also by the Rebellion. Coyle turns it back. He has it taken away. But right there, the Rebellion in support. Good puck support here in this one. As they try to spring Schwartz, it actually pushes those defense back. Coyle, they were looking to deliver a hit to him. He gave it right back. And we'll have an offside play. They were looking to line Coyle up, and he got the better of that one. Faceoff will be in the neutral zone here, right in front of us. As it's rimmed around. We have a fake one way. As it's a scrum in on the half wall here. Comes back in front to be chopped away. Here's Thomas to the puck. But the Spirit come away with it. They're in front. And Squish gets it and makes the stop. A big save there to keep it 2-1. Player all alone in front of the net. Turned away. And that clear should wind us down here. And that horn will tell you that we have ended the first period. And let's show you that instant replay of the goal again. Here we are. Puck along that wall. Nelson to that backhand, and just right there on the doorstep and able to bang it by. Oh, I didn't realize I caught the Rebellion celebration gif I did. That's kind of cool. That adds to that replay. I like that. I was wondering why that came up again on the screen. Good stuff. So it's 2-1. The Spirit lead the Rebellion. The Rebellion jumped out to a 2-0 lead, a 2-on-1, and then a power play goal. But the Rebellion at the end of that first period able to get one on the rebound themselves and cut the lead in half. So here we are for a second period face-off. As the puck's off the Spirit bench, ends up like right in front of the referee. It'll be brought back out by the Rebellion, returned back in the zone by the Spirit. And now they're into the corner. Working from behind the net. Low to high. Shot wide of the cage. Picked up in the corner by the Spirit. Sent back in front. A rolling puck will end up under the mitt of Squish for a whistle. Face-off will be in the near side. Looks like a defensive change here for the Rebellion. Sanafelt jumping on. Insahuk came on the other side. The Rebellion will control the draw. Nelson. Now Hibben. Hibben will go off of a defender and get it back himself. Taking it away are the Spirit for a dump and chase. And behind the net battling is Coyle. He frees it up for Sanafelt. Sanafelt to Ochap. Ochap looking for Hibben. As the Spirit will work it to the point. It'll pop free on the outside. Good stick. And on charge the Rebellion. A potential 4-on-2 here. Carrying it in is Coyle. Sending it deeper into the zone and counterattack coming here. And now the Spirit with numbers as we go back and forth. A 3-on-1 potential 2-on-1. Now a 1-on, they're changing. So, what looked like danger. Oh, but he's around one in front. Squish with a glove saving a beauty. As we have another defensive zone face-off to the right at Squish. Cutting in are the Spirit. They get to it and fire one that was a laser. Up over the shoulder. That caught that crossed where the post and corner come together. Right off the draw, stepping around. I think it was right around the center there. And able to fire it up over. And back come the Spirit. Knocked to the outside by Coyle. Blicky able to wedge it up the wall. And behind the net as it's sent all the way around for Schwartz. He couldn't get control. But he will the second time. Good stick-to-itiveness. Back to the corner to be reversed. And we'll get a hit from behind here. So the Rebellion are going to head back to a man advantage. Squish. Headed off, but it won't matter. It'll be icing. So he won't get there in time. But we will get a man advantage here. Who's headed off? Looks like it says number 1 on the board. So we'll go with that. But because of the icing, the faceoff will be back out in front of the Rebellion zone. So they won't get the offensive zone draw here. but that means they'll be able to attack from the rush. No chap on the draw. Countering are the Spirit, who are offside. Another face-off here in the neutral zone. Face-off knocked forward by Ochap, but skated into by a Spirit defender. Gains the red line and is going to make the Rebellion go 200 feet. Sanefelt will use the boards to find his partner. Now all the way across for Nelson on the charge. Nelson plays it to the corner. We'll track it down there as players come together. Out of the corner and to the point. Sanefelt back to the half wall. Ochap all the way across off of Coyle's stick, but he'll keep it in. Down the half wall, here's Hibben down low for Nelson's rising shot. Gets one, now two, banging away at the side of the cage. Puck still loose, and it'll be covered up. Good chances down low there. Getting some rebounds and crashing that net. We've seen it a couple times. Controlled well here by the Rebellion. A backhander in front. Ochap goes up and over. Nelson will send it back down low for Ochap. Right to it, a centering pass. Down low, and there it is! It's Hibben at the side of... It was Hibben at the side of the net, able to tuck it home. I want to see what happened here with the replay. And we're back in action here. Sorry about that. I was trying to get you guys the replay. So we saw Hibben banging away, and it's 3-2 now. Snyder able to pressure and take the puck away. A bouncing puck ends up out at center. Battled for. And the Spirit will come away with it in the neutral zone. Cutting to the middle. Good stick by Snyder to turn it back the other way. A bouncing puck kept in at the line, but it'll be kicked forward, and just unable to chase it down there was Ike. Rimmed all the way around. Can they keep it in? It'll be Weigand doing just that. Now Thomas. Thomas to the half wall for Best. Best deep to the corner. He'll track it himself. It's rimmed around by the Spirit. Picked up by Ike. Ike bodied off the puck as the Spirit try to attack here. But they're going to have 4 Rebellion to get through. That's easier said than done. As it ends up on the stick of Ike. Puck worked for right inside the Rebellion end. Is to the wall and fired back deep. Now Snyder in after it. Now Ike again. Ike will try this side now. The near side for Thomas. Around one. His second attempt was a pass. That was blocked, but he's able to stay with the puck. Working through that neutral zone, getting it all the way to the Spirit end where the Rebellion will get a change. And the Spirit will also ice the puck. We'll get a stop and play here in the second period. 3-2. The Spirit lead is back to 1. Rabalicki will send it to the point. A little low to high action here off the faceoff. It's there at the side of the cage. It just didn't get the whole way through. Back come the Spirit 4 wide. Like a NASCAR race through the neutral zone. Flipping Sanefelt, but bodied by Weiss, and away come the Rebellion. Have it knocked away and back to the corner, where it'll be rimmed all the way around and sneak past the defender. The Spirit to it in the neutral zone, and they'll counterattack here. Rolling puck. Unfortunately ends up right on the stick of a Spirit player, and it's kicked away by Squish. He went full splitsies to kick that one to the side. As it's tossed around by the defense, picked up on the near boards. Banked off those boards and cleared out of the zone. It'll come free to the Spirit at their own line. They'll get it to the Rebellion line. Here's Rablicki defends. He banks it off the boards, but it's the Spirit getting control. Turning with it at the top of the circle. Sending one all the way across. That's wide of the cage, but it's picked up by a charging defenseman and kept in the zone. Blickley with the body. Sanefelt in support. As the Rebellion outnumber here. For them to come away with it, and they do. Off the boards to the outside. Good read to pick it up off the carom by Weiss. Up for Hibben. He has it deflect right to Coyle, who rims it all the way around. It'll be Hibben on the forecheck. As the Spirit break through center. A bouncing puck goes the whole way through the neutral zone and is chopped at. And it'll end up in the Rebellion end as they try a breakout pass here. Long stretch pass to Nelson, who hits Ochap with speed. To the backhand all the way across. Oh, and I thought it went in, but it did not. Oh, crashing in was Hibben. And it was so close to a tie game there. What a play there. As Squish comes across to make a save, and it'll end up knocking the netting off. A puck that went wide came back out in front. One of those tricky passes off the dasher behind. I don't think it was intentional, but puck ended up in that danger area.
I couldn't see. I'm trying to concentrate.
As it's banked by the Rebellion defense and sent, but no further than the point. Winding, firing. That'll careen wide. As the Spirit pin in the Rebellion here for a bit. Battle down low. It's in this near corner. Now to the point for a shot wide. Oh, and it'll be offsides. Whistle blows, and an offside play. Saginaw Spirit from Saginaw, Michigan. And they'll control the neutral zone draw, trying to gain the Rebellion end. Coyle, Johnny on the spot, and able to spring Nelson. Around one, puck just knocked off the stick, but the Spirit are still on it. Unable to turn that towards the danger zone. And they'll try to regroup now at center. It's Ochap banking it off the boards. Crashing down. Has it come off his glove, but he's got a potential 2-on-1 here. Ochap in front. Nelson's backhand blocked. Rebound out in front, and it's dove on by the goalie? I think that's it. The goalie dives on the puck. We'll go with that one. And keeps it a 1-goal game. And the Rebellion control the face-off. A shot deflects high into the corner. Near side breakout attempt by Saginaw. Taken away by Ike. Ike pushes it forward. Goes and gets it himself. A rising shot. Looking for that short side. Battled for along the boards. Best. Supported by Thomas. And out come the Spirit. Good skate play there by Sanefelt. Now Ike looking to the outside. He was trying to spring Best. That's picked off, and back come the Spirit. A 2-on-1 developing here. Sanefelt defending. As they'll send it across. A rising shot avoids the 4x6. Scrum at the side of the net's kept out. I think that was Sanefelt with the stick there along the side of the net there to keep it from coming in front. Battle in behind. It's 2-on-2 now, 3-on-2 as Coyle will jump in and get the puck. His clearing attempt, though, it comes off the body of a on-charging forward. Now Sanefeld will try. He gets it free. He ends up back with it, actually. Now to be played in to the corner is Thomas charging after. As the puck will be no ice here. It said it was tipped. They both agreed. Can't argue with that. And the Spirit will win the race to the puck. They'll pin it behind the Rebellion net. Rimmed around for Schwartz. Schwartz up to the point, but no further. D-to-D play as they look back across. A rolling puck's chopped off the boards. Comes free to center. Here's Weiss with speed. He's cut in front of. And back come the Spirit back into the Rebellion end. Sanefeld. Good support by, I think that's Ryblicki. Sending it out to center. Weiss right there with the pressure. Puck dislodged to Riley, who sends it in for Saginaw. Oh, in the race to the dump in. Puck rimmed around, and it'll be brought on by Weiss. Weiss teams up with Schwartz here. Schwartz with a drop pass. Oh, and it drops right to the Saginaw Spirit, who have a partial break, and that's a long read. Snyder in there to knock that one away. Excellent work by the defense of the Rebellion. That looked like a 2-on-2 that was maybe a 1-on-0, that was maybe a 2-on-0. As Snyder drives in. Look at the coverage here by the Rebellion to have men back. But here's a little takeaway. And now the Saginaw Spirit are in business in the Rebellion end as they'll try to go down the wall and will. To the corner. Out of the corner, in front. Good job charging back. It's Nelson to break up a play. That would have been a point-blank range opportunity. Nelson on the hustle wagon there, getting in there, breaking it up. As the Saginaw Spirit will pull it off the wall this time, in front for a rising shot that avoids the cage. It'll come off of a Spirit. Can Nelson get around? He just trips up as he tries to cut behind the player. Gets a little skate-on-skate action there. As Hibben throws around the body. Might not have a ton of it, but he likes to throw it around. It'll come off the defense's stick. Nelson on the forecheck. Banked off the boards and picked up by Hibben. Good pressure, creates that turnover. Rolling puck, chop just past Coyle. And back come the Spirit. A 2-on-1 developing as it's chopped away by the defense. What a play, Sanefeld. And now a 2-on-1 back the other way. Here's Nelson coming in, looking. He'll shoot, and it's blockered to the outside. Hibben, Ochap to the corner. It'll rim around to the opposite side for Nelson to track and pick up. Up to the point. Sanefeld back to Nelson. Nelson plays it for Ochap. Ochap back to Nelson. As South Pittsburgh puts on some pressure. It'll be rimmed all the way around and cleared for an icing. We've played a stretch here as we're a minute 48 left to play in the second frame. It's a 3-2 Spirit lead in what's been a bit of back and forth. Face-off will be won by the Rebellion, but chopped by the Spirit. Sanefeld defending. A rising shot avoids the 4x6 and ends up all the way back around. And now it's back in the Spirit end. And the pressure by the Spirit forces a turnover. Thomas looking in front for Ike. It just goes under his twig. Ike still up on that forecheck, though. Now Best chopping it to Ike. Ike over to Thomas. It'll come off a stick and go wide. Thomas to it, though. Able to work down low. Looking in front. It comes off a stick. They'll stay with it. And it'll ultimately come free to the Spirit. Thomas bodies at the blue line, and Best will take it away. Right back in the zone, roll the Rebellion. A centering pass picked off And Santa Fe will be defending a 1-on-0, or 1-on-1. Carried to the outside. Good poke. And Best there in support to pick it up. He's knocked down along the boards. Ike gets in, tries to clear. It'll come to the point, and that's off the stick of the squish tender to the corner and cleared. Turning with it, the Spirit. Rimming it around. In his own end is Coyle. Coyle off the boards. Able to get it up for Thomas. Thomas following on Coyle with the body. That body dislodges the puck a second time. He'll get control now. Best banking it off the wall. He was looking for Ike there. And the Spirit charging in, looking for one here before the end of the period. It'll be rejected, and icing will be the call with 9 to play. So a defensive zone faceoff. We've seen the Spirit score off of an offensive zone draw, though. So the Rebellion need to hunker down here in these 9 seconds. Puck is in behind the net. Snyder. As they'll try to kind of wind clock here inside of 1 second, and that horn as the puck rolls to the point tells us that the period has come to an end. Captured another replay. I don't remember what it was. Let's see what it was. Wait for it. Let me do that first. Oh yeah, it was that goal. Let's watch this. From the corner, in around behind. Back out in front, and not once but twice. It ends up a backhander. Getting by. Coach Coyle rallying the troops here for the third. Flying solo on the bench. As they get older, that gets a little bit easier, but when they were little, you needed like 1-to-1 ratio coaches to kids just to herd the fleas. To get back to the mite days when you were kind of in the on the ice with them and trying to keep them all from going banana lands out there. And we'll switch sides for the last time. We'll put 15 minutes on the clock, and we'll settle this one on a 200 by 85 sheet of frozen water. Coach Harmon chiming in. As we work here. Sorry, just got one of my notifications from the school that the Squish is not in class. Thank you. Appreciate it. Shot from the point. Goalie without a twig. Kept in another drive. This one down low. Deflection, and there it is. The Rebellion have tied this one. The goalie with no twig. Shot came in from the point. Ends up back out at the point for a drive that's deflected at the side of the net and ends up in the back of the cage. And we are tied at 3. As the Rebellion control the neutral zone. A big hit there as the puck's taken away by the Spirit. Centering pass will avoid everybody. And out come the Rebellion. Here comes Schwartz. Through center, he'll dump it deep. He's on the horse to go get it. Running into a Spirit as it's rimmed up into the netting. And it should be an offensive zone draw here for the Rebellion. Coach Coyle has Jeff over there to keep him company, working the sin bin. As the Rebellion's offensive zone draw ends up in the corner, they'll battle for it there. Kicked away by the Spirit, and up they come near side. Weaving in, under 14 to play here to tie game. As a backhander fought off by the glove of the squish tender. Fired around behind. Up the boards. Rolling puck, Ike there. Glove down and centered. It'll elude everybody. Coyle in behind. Turning one out in front of the Spirit. Defended well by Sanefelt. And a rolling puck will come to Ike. Ike dumping it to the corner. He'll track it down. Up on the forecheck. Bodies bang about 4 Spirit to 2 Rebellion. If that puck pops free, the Rebellion have a chance. It'll be controlled, though, by the Spirit and taken behind their own cage. Now through the neutral zone. It's tossed in behind Squish. As out we come. A little tap back to Snyder. Snyder up off the boards. Hibben following on. And now Nelson. Nelson trying to go back to Hibben. It'll be comeback. It'll be a counterattack the other way. 2-on-2 developing. Good stick there by the Rebellion defense. That was Wygant, I believe. Here comes Ochap on the counterattack. Getting it all the way behind. The Spirit back to it, but the Rebellion pressure forces a turnover to Hibben. He was trying to get it back to Ochap. And now the Rebellion come free. Or the Spirit come free. Behind the Rebellion net. It'll be Wygant. Off the boards to Nelson. His one touch is read well and picked off. A centering pass. That cut off by Nelson, but it's free to the point for a shot that's wide of the cage. Good battle down low. Ochap will win it. Getting it to the outside for Hibben. Hibben trying to find Nelson cutting across. That was a good slash play there. Trying to slash free. On charge the Spirit, though. Snyder will keep it to the outside. A centering pass. Nelson will redirect it up for Hibben to clear the zone, but no further. Hibben on the body, though. Able to dislodge the puck, but back come the Spirit. Hibben might have gotten the worst of that. Coyle, sneaky little play to sneak in front and get control. Puck chopped off the boards, wedged up the wall by Schwartz, and oncoming is Nelson to Ochap. Ochap, now Schwartz following on. His centering pass is picked off, and the Spirit come through. A 3-on-3 developing. A bouncing puck will go to the corner. Rublicki there. As a scrum. Couple Rebellion, couple Spirit. A bit of a rebellious Spirit. And we have a bucket off. Somebody lost their head. Well, just their helmet, but nonetheless, that'll be a stop and play. Face-off will come out of the Rebellion end here. Coyle and Sanefeld on the back end. These D are yeoman's work with 2 pair. As the Spirit gain the zone, it's turned back the other direction. Good stick. Spirit will gather and try again. This time the near side for a dump and chase. Sanefeld rims it around. He was looking for Rublicki. Rublicki will get in a battle on the opposite corner. And there come the Spirit away with it. It's Coyle. Coyle looking for Weiss. Just a bit too far for the reach of number 10. But Schwartz there on the pressure. He disrupts, pokes the puck free. Weiss will follow on all the way to the corner. Weiss uses the body as the Saginaw player takes a hit to make a play. Able to work it up the wall, but no further. There's Rublicki taking it away. His backhand those picked off, and back come the Spirit. Winding, firing, squish tender with a kick save. Sanefelt to the rebound. Good positioning there. As it's Weiss, now Coyle. Coyle on the rush. Coyle around, looking, weaving in, firing off the side of the cage. He'll stop and twist. Coyle using the back of the net now. As he's knocked off the biscuit, it's Ike covering the point. He'll keep it in. It'll ultimately be banked off the boards and all the way down to the Rebellion end, not far enough for icing. So Best back to get it. Up the near side, wedged by Ike, and it touches a player. But then it should be too many men if you're going to call it. Oof, all right, that's a tough one. The player was leaving the ice surface and the puck touched him, and they just blew it dead instead of letting play go on. That's a weird one. I'll be honest, I don't know the exact rule there, but because he might have been on the bench, but usually that's some sort of a too many men type infraction, even if it's accidental. Or it's a play on. I would have thought it would have been a play on. Especially because it was an advantage to the other team. We had the puck. But nonetheless, we do play on now, and it'll be Ike in the corner. Kicking at it. Couldn't quite come up with it. And the counterattack coming by the Spirit. A diving play, but unable to knock it all the way away. And in come the Spirit. Stopping, turning, pulling up. Ike getting the stick to it. Couldn't get control, though. It'll end up in the corner. Weigand with the pressure. Now it's back to the corner. Rims all the way around. It'll be Snyder to it. Shot off the side of the cage there. Comes all the way around. Now Snyder again. This near side. Wedges it behind. Now they'll rim it around us. And it pops past the defender. A potential opportunity here. A 3-on-2 developing as Ike sends it across. Thomas gets a stick to it. Now it's a 2-on-2. Thomas putting on the Ritz. Leaves it for Ike. Ike will find Snyder. His wrist shot to the blocker. Rebound out in front. Not cleared by the Spirit. It's Ochap. Able to take it away. Another wrist shot. That one up high is stopped and it is cleared. The Rebellion have one back changing, so no icing here. And Sanefelt will get back to it. You can see it, maybe a bit of fatigue setting in here. Short bench for the Rebellion. But it's poked away. Good stick. Halfway through the third. Up off the boards. Shot comes in, deflects wide of the squish tender. Nelson to it. Uses the body expertly to protect the puck, playing it to the corner to his teammate. Now it's Snyder back up for Nelson. Nelson back to the corner. Snyder with it. Snyder for Nelson. Nelson controls. Up for Ochap. Ochap knocked off the biscuit, but Hibben follows on with the forecheck. It'll come to the Rebellion line for control by Sanefelt. Now Snyder. Snyder to the outside. A one-touch by Nelson. On coming is Ochap. He's interfered with, and that's a good call. Just skate away, skate away, skate away. Oh, and we're going to even it up. Had a shot at a power play there. But instead it looks like we're going to stay 5-on-5. So I wasn't sure. It was probably an interference and then an unsportsmanlike conduct. Will keep us playing 5-on-5 here. Offensive zone draw for the Rebellion. Far side. Six and a half to go as it's Best. Now Coyle. Coyle has it knocked free. In come the Spirit. To the inside and sliding across with a 10-bell save with the blocker is the squish tender. Now the puck comes the other way. Here's Hibben on a breakaway. 2-on-1 to Nelson to the backhand. Big save. Rebound sitting there. And we get saves at both ends. Holy heavens, what an exciting 20 seconds that was. We're ever nearing when my watch tells me my heart rate's too high, even though I'm sitting still. Here's Nelson in to Hibben. Rolling puck, right free to Nelson, and there it is!
5
It's Brooks Nelson. That puck came free, and he made no doubt about it. Nope, I don't think I got the replay. I'm sorry, Brooks. I got Squish's save instead. My bad. But nonetheless, it's Rebellion 4, Saginaw 3. After trailing by 2 a couple times in this one, they've come charging back. Now it's time to finish. The Spirit trying to get it back as the shot goes wide to the near side. Good hard shot from in that danger zone. Nice shot by Wygant now, tying that stick up a little bit better as it'll pop free to the point. Traffic in front. This shot goes wide. And the Spirit trying to quickly get one back as they're hemming in the Rebellion here a bit. The Rebellion pushing back along the half wall here. As it's swiped up and all the way down, it'll be icing, but it's right in front of the benches, so it's not going to get there. That's the thing of these third periods. That ice in front of the benches from all the line changes will gum it up, and that clear that would have been icing any other part of the game, any other part of the ice, is not, as the Spirit charge back through, trying to cut through everybody. Finally knocked away at the side of the cage. It'll be reversed, and Coyle will go get it. Good job picking that. That's tough. That corner there, I think that's where the Zamboni comes in and out. That ice is always tricky. And Coyle if you watched him there, he lowers his shoulder, gets real low, and is able to pick that puck up off the boards in what's the worst ice on the rink, is right by the Zamboni doors. He usually drops off from them pushing the slush out. That's a tricky place to pick up a puck on the wall, and he does it expertly. Face-off will be to the right of the squish tender, and it'll be best. With 4:20 to go, they try that tricky play off the face-off again. This time the squish tender there with the mitt to stop and hold on. Best wins this one. Rims it all the way around. Here's Thomas. Up the boards, not out. Squish will kick it. Nice rebound control as he kicked that one the whole way to the point there. Another shot from the point. This one blocked. And the Rebellion will ice the biscuit with 4 to go. It's been a tricky 20 seconds here. 4 minutes to go. And Rebellion will clear. It's Nelson chopping it off the boards. He'll follow on the forecheck, following on Ochap. Good read here by him, and if you go back and watch that replay, watch him realize he's got 2 players right there by the puck, takes off back into the zone to be that third forward high, which is just smart hockey. Smart hockey. And here he comes through center. He'll find Ochap. It comes off his backhand right to Nelson, who gives it back to Ochap. Ochap in with a wrist shot. Stick on puck to flex. And tracked and held by the Spirit. And on come the Spirit off the defensive zone draw. With speed, potential 2-on-1 as they slide it across. And just with speed up the wall. And it's indicative of the first goal is a 2-on-1. And they got the guy on the back door. And it was just past the outreached equipment of the squish tender to tie this one up. It'll be best. At center is somebody looks to break this tie here. That was a good play by, he was 18 on the Spirit just to drive down that outside wall with speed and make a play. And he did. The Spirit in, wristing one. The squish out on top there to cradle that one in the paraphernalia and get a whistle. So since that Rebellion goal, the ice has been tilted. Rebellion going to need a counterattack here. To the corner. Rimmed around, it'll be Snyder. Calmly up for Rablicki, just past his reach. Returned back to the corner, it's Weiss. I'm sorry, Weigand. Weigand off of Ike. Ike now best with speed. Good job grabbing that puck and going. It's a 2-on-1 with Rablicki. Can the Rebellion find the back of the cage on a 2-on-1? And it'll be the glove instead. Good scoring chance there. And it's to the corner. Rebellion pressuring. Rimmed around but kept by Coyle. Deep for Ochap. Tossed around. Here is Nelson to it. Good job avoiding a hit and then cutting in front. Sneaky little play. Hibben now on the forecheck. Cleared by the Spirit. Put back into the scrum by Coyle. As it's dumped all the way around, it'll be Sanefelt to it. Cross ice feed finds Hibben. All the way across for Ochap. Cutting, turning, wristing. I think he was trying to feed that across. Just catches a stick. And now back come the Spirit. Back and forth action. Good stick on puck deflection there to the corner. As Coyle gets control, he'll find Ochap. Ochap gets bumped, but he's still on the biscuit. He's being held up a bit. We play on as the puck comes free in front, and it just rolls over the stick of Nelson. Sanefelt with the pressure along the wall. As now Nelson twisting at center, cutting to the outside. He'll wind and fire from a distance. That'll be gloved and held for a whistle. 1:16 to go. Third period here from Cleveland. Believeland. As it's to the corner. The Spirit trying to counter here. They'll good outlet pass in right through the middle. On they come, a 3-on-2 developing. Backhander is snagged and held. And a timeout. Do they have timeouts? I guess we do. Timeout, Spirit. Drawing up a play for the face-off here. We've seen it work earlier. So a defensive zone draw upcoming tie game here, 4-4 from Brunswick Arena. As the Zamboni, you can hear beeping in the background, getting ready to come on the ice. Thanks everybody for joining us again here on Cine TV. I want to remind you to click that subscribe button for you. Click the subscribe button. Looks like a bunch of you have. We appreciate it. As we near 2,000 subscribers. Yeah, 2,000. It's a big number. For a guy who just gets on and calls youth hockey games. As the puck is in the corner of the Rebellion zone. The Rebellion outnumber him. Able to dig the puck out. Off the boards looking for Ike. Ike with speed, chopping it back to the middle. Best skates into it. Can he get it off? He does, and it's kicked away. The rebound just past the stick of Ochap, who plays it back in front for a one-timer by the defense. That's blocked, and here comes Snyder with a shot in front looking for another rebound opportunity. Half a minute to go here. The Rebellion looking to break this knotted game as Wygant. Now Ike following on. Now Ochap in, looking to get to the forehand. He'll turn it towards the cage off the side of the net. Crashing down come the Rebellion. Kept at the line by Best. His wrist shot finds the mitt for a whistle. And with 6.4 to play, it says 7 on your screen, 6.4 real time. We have an offensive zone draw trying to break this tie. It's Best at the dot. Ike follows on. One-timer from the point, deflects just wide. It was there. And the horn will sound, and we'll end up with a tie. What a back-and-forth game. That one was fun to call. It was fun to watch. Hopefully you enjoyed it here on City TV. Thanks for joining us. And we will be back in action the next chance we get.